Good morning to everyone. Today's lesson is very important for the current scenery of the world. Actually, our lesson is microorganisms. Yes, today we are all stuck in our homes because of a little microorganism called coronavirus. In this lesson, we can study detailing about what is meant by microorganisms and the types of microorganisms and useful harm and harmful microorganisms also. Let's enter into the lesson. Microorganisms are nothing. It's created the presence of moisture allows certain microorganisms to grow on the leftover food which caused it to the spoiled one, and microorganisms also known as microbes are tiny organisms that we can't usually see with our naked eyes. Most of the microorganisms can only seen under a microscope. Microbes almost in every place. You can think of that even under the ground, on the earth surface, and in the air also. They can be found inside our houses, in the soil. They can even survive in the extreme environment such as hot springs and frozen snow fields also they can survive. And microbes are found in many aquatic environments also. And all living beings provide microbes with a food and shelter. That's why they are called host to microbe. They even live on or inside our body also. So then the types of microorganisms. Microorganisms are classified into the following groups, that is bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae, and the another one is virus. First, let us detailedly study about bacteria. So bacteria are the single celled organisms. The size of the bacteria varies from zero point 0.2 to 100 microns. They have a cell walls and a cell membranes like a plant cells, but they lack of a well-defined nucleus. They are not having a well-defined nucleus like a plant and human cells. The hereditary material is not bound by any membranes and it is scattered in a cytoplasm. And bacteria are mainly of three basic shapes, that is round shape and rod shape and in the spiral shape. Round bacteria are known as Kochi. Actually, the examples, the rod shaped bacteria is known as bacilli, and the spiral shaped bacteria is known as spirilla. All bacteria except round bacteria have a small hair like structure. You can see this in the picture. Yes. Some bacteria have one or more than one long hair like structure called flagella. They are used for locomotion. That means for the displacement. Then fungi. To understand what is mean by fungi, just take a moist piece of bread and put it in the closed container for a few days. What do you observe when you open the container after 4 or 5 days? You can observe that some greenish black patches have grown on the piece of bread. Yes, this growth on the bread is called fungi. And fungi are either parasitic or saprophytic also. Parasitic fungi obtained their food from the other living organisms, and the saprophytic fungi obtained their food from dead and decay matter. They grow well in warm and moist conditions also. Mushroom is an example for fungi which we used in our dishes, And mushroom is the example for saprophytic fungi, and we can find the unicellular and multicellular fungi also. Yeah. Then algae. Algae are the aquatic organisms. They are in the plant like structure because they are having the ability to photosynthesis. However, they do not have a roots, stems, and leaves like a original plant, but they can photosynthesis. They can found in the freshwater and wastewater and in the seawater also. Um, Most of the fungi are microscopic. Microscopic means we can see that by using the microscopes only, and we can't see the things which are microscopic by our naked eyes. But some fungi, some algae like seaweeds are quite large, so we can see that by our naked eye. And some algae are Chlamydomonas and Spirochaera and Chlorella are the examples for the algae. Whereas Chlamydomonas is a unicellular algae and Spirochaera is the multicellular algae. We can see these algae in a green and red and brown color also. Actually, the color of the algae depending on the type of the pigment present in the cells. Then protozoa. Protozoa are the single-celled organisms. Most of them can only seen under the microscope. They are found in water as well as in damp places. They either capture their food or virus are the microscopic organisms which is smaller than bacteria, and you might familiar with the viral fever, chickenpox. These are the disease caused by viruses. Viruses are the organisms which exist in two states. When outside a living body or a cell, they are like a non-living things and do not show any features of a living things. They are unable to grow or reproduce outside a living cell. Viruses in their non-living state are called virions. However, when they entered into the living cell, they started reproducing like other living organisms. So they need living cells in order to grow. So they are considered as a borderline of living and non-living things. All viruses are parasites. Then friendly and useful microorganisms. We often associate microorganisms with the diseases. However, not all the microorganisms are harmful. In fact, some of them are useful to us and the environment also. For example, in the sewage treatment plant, we use bacteria to purify the water, and some bacteria are the source of life saving medicines such as antibiotics. And the bacteria in the soil decompose the dead and decay matter. In this so many ways, uh, microorganisms are very useful to humans. Let us study some of the other benefits detailing what we can get from the microorganisms. The first one, bacteria, which helps into making curd. Yes, the food items like cheese, curd, yogurt produced by the action of bacteria only. Actually, the lactobacillus is a bacteria which converts the milk into curd, and lactobacillus bacteria multiply in milk and convert the milk sugar into lactic acid, and this makes the milk thicker and then the curd is formed. Yes, uh, actually the lactic acid makes the curd in the sour taste. And then in the yeast is the microorganisms which helps in making bread. The bread we eat is prepared with the help of yeast. Yeast is also used in brewing industries which produce alcohol and wine like that. And the process of where alcoholic substances are produced is generally referred as a fermentation. In the fermentation reaction, yeast is converted into the um, carbohydrates. Yes, yeast and glucose is combined together to produce the alcohol and carbon dioxide. And some algae and fungi also used in the food items. Then the uses of microorganisms in the medicinal field. Actually, certain types of bacteria are used to produce the insulin. Insulin is a hormone that controls the level of sugar in our blood. And in healthy people, insulin is released by pancreas, but those people who suffered from diabetes needs to take a insulin on the daily basis. Then so for these people, the microorganisms used to produce the insulin in a artificial way. And then the production of antibiotics. When one suffered from the bacterial infection, the doctor prescribes an antibiotics. Do you know about the antibiotics? So antibiotics are the substance produced by the microorganisms that kills or decrease the growth of other microorganisms. The first saving antibiotics is a penicillin that was found by the Alexander Fleming in the year of 1928. It saves the life of million people from the bacterial and precautions with antibiotics. Antibiotics should be taken only in the advice of a qualified doctor, and antibiotic should be taken in the correct doses as specified by the doctor. And taking antibiotics in a incorrect doses may make them less effective. Avoid taking antibiotics when not needed. Unnecessarily taking antibiotics may kill the beneficial bacteria in our body. And then production of vaccines. Children up to age of 10 years are given vaccines to protect them from many diseases. And the human body has a wonderful mechanism of protecting itself from the dangers of microbes. The moment of the body is attacked by the microbes, our immune system start producing substance called antibodies. These antibodies helps in fighting with the invading microbes. Once the antibodies are formed, they remain in the body either permanently or for a short duration. If the body gets invaded by the same microbe again, the antibodies already present in the blood recognize the microbes and kill them easily. Development of vaccines is based on the ability of our body to develop antibodies. A vaccine is a substance which weaken or kill the disease causing microbes to prevent us from the diseases. So, then the vaccine for smallpox was developed by Edward Jenner, and smallpox has been totally eradicated as a result of worldwide vaccination program. And the polio is also totally eradicated from the world by this mission. And in the human body we are also having several other bacteria which is useful to our body. And a healthy person is actually colonized by the bacteria on the skin and inside the body. Certain types of bacteria living in the intestine of human beings, they help in the digestion and also destroying the harmful organisms also.